Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson 22, joined as always by the great Dom Tober, the always steady Styx boy 73, bad to the bone Brucifer, and the architect joesduelin. What's going on, fellows? Dom, I'm happy to see that your wall of boba survived the earthquake.
Yes. Listen, all I know is it was a crazy time. You know, hey, look, having an earthquake in New York City is actually nuts to begin with. You know, with all the things rattling.
East Coast earthquakes are weird.
They are weird. And I never experienced one, which even it's funny, I actually slept through one that happened and I didn't even feel it. But this is the first time I ever felt an earthquake, which
was that sex?
Surfed it. What?
Was that sex you slept through?
Yeah. A lot of them. Oh, it was a long time ago. It probably was me making the waves, you know, the earthquake, you know. Nah, it was good.
That's why you should always sleep in a waterbed.
It was crazy, you know. I checked on my neighbors and stuff like that. They were all good. So I kind of
After he checked on his Boba Fett, he checked on
actually I got a couple of people reaching out to me saying, Dom, you're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, man. I go, but thank you. I appreciate you reaching out to me. It was a kind gesture that people actually are worried about me, which I'm kind of I'm very flattered and very humbled about that. Thank you.
A lot of people are worried about you now that we're just adding earthquakes to the list of things we're worried about.
Hey, don't worry about it. The best is yet to come.
Don't worry about it. Anybody else have any harrowing earthquake? Anybody else feel it?
I got no rumbles down here today.
Nothing.
Felt it in Syracuse.
Yeah, that's what they said. A little bit. I didn't feel anything.
I know they felt it a lot in Jersey. Pete reached out to me.
Well, if the epicenter, I would think they would feel it there.
Yeah.
Probably all those dump trucks dumping off the garbage in the Hudson.
Oh, that's that smell.
All the bodies they're rolling out into the.
You know what's funny?
Medical waste.
Is that sometimes when you have wind gusts in certain areas, buildings do shake because it's the way the buildings are made, and sometimes you have heavy wind gusts. They do get into like the structure of the building and shake it a little bit. I thought that was that, and didn't realize it until I started seeing my wall and my showcases started shaking. I'm like, oh, this is. My wife kept going, it's an earthquake. It's an earthquake. I'm like,
It was an alien flying by, affecting the earth.
Yeah.
Well, you tend to think, oh, earthquake, it's going to be like a vibration, but it's not. It's a weird kind of shaking and tilting. It's very weird.
Well, that's why buildings are always built like that. Tall buildings are meant to.
They have a little thing. They're meant to sway because if not, they'll just crack it. It's a mess.
So
if you go to some of those taller skyscrapers, you'll get that. The real tall ones, because they're you go up to the 50th, 60th floor, you could feel them swaying. It's very weird.
Yep.
So nothing to do with earthquakes, but in fact, now that I'm seeing this is not even a new article. This is back from last year. But a study in California finds that there's no such thing as beer goggles. Dom, do you agree with that?
I think it's a lie. Don't believe it.
A study has found, despite popular belief, people may not get beer goggles after having a few drinks. Researchers in California have found that consuming a few alcoholic drinks does not make one see others more attractive.
Those nerds aren't getting laid. They don't know what they're talking about.
There are different ways of getting intoxicated. You just got to think that.
Here we go.
So
alcohol lowers inhibitions.
Exactly. I actually kind of agree with this.
Process.
I agree with this. In fact, I'm going to say that if you find somebody attractive with your beer goggles on, you probably found them attractive with them off. It's just alcohol has lowered your inhibitions to where now you want to.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Just an excuse.
Listen, if you're looking for a 10, my advice, 5 2 5s, and there's your 10.
Words to live by. Okay, Joe, let's get on with it. What do you want? You want to say hello to the chat now?
Yeah, let's say hello to the chat.
Now that.
Oh boy!
All right, let's see. GT coming in first and second. What's going on, GT Comic? Glad that you were at least stopped by and gave us a thumbs up and a hey there. Tommy Longbox, Friday Night Fun. Have a good one, fellows. Have a good one to you. Tommy. Happy weekend. Good weekend, Tommy. Hopefully you catch us on the rewind if you're not still with us.
Please do.
Taladia Plays. Hey, man.
Taladia. Hey, welcome, buddy.
Hey, man.
Getting some Bruce's crew around here.
Yeah.
Terry Floyd. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
A lot of hey you.
Y'all come back now here.
Terry Floyd.
Yeehaw.
Earthquake, but no cigar. Try again next time. Aim just a bit farther to the south. Would that be DC? I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be me. That'd be me down here.
Oh boy.
Let's go on, Kyle. What's up, fellows? And Bruce. Bruce always gets his own call out. And
God.
Bruce
Hey,
first.
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear, how are you?
Bear.
Hey, Mama
Mama
Bear.
Bear. And yeah, two or 5 twos for Dom.
Listen,
That's
all you
good.
know is one Dom is good enough. 2 Doms, that's total chaos.
One Dom is way too much.
Destruction. You don't need that.
Or 10 ones. Either way.
All right, that's it.
You have a
Short
quite a
list
variety.
of hey there's today.
Yeah, we have an interesting show tonight. We're going to do our outside looking in. We are going to take a look at some news, some comics, take a look at some Justice League Dark, play some fun games, look at an interesting not comic sale of the week. Jedi
We're going to beta test the new game at the very end of the show. Hopefully it doesn't go to shit on us.
In the bottle, I'm not playing then.
We enjoy beta testing games.
You'll play and you'll like it.
I enjoy beta
You
testing.
just want me to play. Shakes my head.
Very briefly, today's pinup is Ed DeCona in honor of the start of baseball season.
Yep.
So
There you go.
just had
Like
to throw a baseball pinup up there today. 'Cause,
He missed.
Probably.
I'm
probably
getting back
right back
into my old man ways of sitting around and listening to baseball games on transistor radio. So
Hey, listen, definitely this is not a picture from It's a League of Their Own. I can tell you that.
no, definitely not.
No.
That's not Rosie O'Donnell.
And no, it's not.
All righty, so let us do.
Welcome to the outside looking in. These are the books that were not good enough for the CBSI Hot 10.
Short, just a little short.
What? First up, we got Usagi Yojimbo, The Crow, 1 in 140. There was one sale about $88, and there's one on eBay going for about $110. Let's see if interest is peaked with this, because there doesn't seem to be a lot out there currently, just the one listed. But you never know how the market will go with these Usagi books.
It's an interesting ratio. A 1 in 40 is an interesting ratio.
And it's a nice cover too.
It is. I like when Usagi just does an A and B cover and a 1 in 10, but these Yojimbo covers, there's like one every 4 months, which is really, really, really good. And some of them catch a little fire, some of them don't. So we'll kind of see where this one goes.
I would love to see a graded version.
Pete's already rushing us.
I would love to see a 9.8 on this would probably be difficult because of the black.
They need to talk about
it won't be difficult because
their man soap operas.
Most of these are probably on quad stock, so it won't be that difficult.
Why is it called The Crow? What is that about?
I don't know. I have not picked up this series yet. I mean, there's always some kind of subtitle in it, but
is that the artist?
I haven't dug into this one yet.
No,
it's just the name of the series.
Wow, it's been 40 years already.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but not a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you read Greek comics, you'll know that. But
Beto in the 80s.
You always throwing a jab in there. You know what, Brucifer? Listen, don't worry. I got some good stuff for you later on, man.
Oh, I see.
You're at some of the bitch.
Wow, you haven't said that in a long time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to clip that out now. You son of a bitch.
It's coming back.
Like I said, we'll see. We'll see where this one goes. You know, you never know.
Yep.
There you go.
Next up, we got the sensational She-Hulk #7, the 1 in 25. Recent sales are $20, $30, but copies are listed between 30 and 35.
Why
Between 35 and 50.
It's not his best work.
Why is the nose white?
I don't like
That's just the lighting.
I don't like
the sniffing
the
no.
I don't like the face on this Nakayama.
I don't mind it. I mean, again, it's another one of those where it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Because I mean, out of the gate, at ratio is fine, but having some out there listed above ratio, either they're just going to sit out there, or if they start to move, that will,
Yeah, and there was one that sold for like $45 pre-sale.
Yeah, pre-sales. There's always one person out there who's like, I gotta get this. This is gonna be hot.
I didn't know.
Then it comes out of the gate at ratio.
I do like the header, like the She-Hulk all broken up. She's tearing.
Yeah, the trade dress smashed up.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
with Bruce for I like everything except for the face. I don't like the faces.
The face.
bothers me.
I'm trying to figure out about the face. It doesn't like look like She-Hulk. Like,
yeah, that's
really think about it.
If she was at a con, she'll be a comic nerd 9.
Yeah, that's.
There you go, Dom. That's your.
It's like a Midwest 7.
Oh, and a Southern 5.
There you go. Remember 2
Yeah,
5.
it's either a Southern 5 or a cow. So just saying.
Hey.
Well, the beer goggles come through. You get that. You
geez.
like the.
Couple of
What's this thing, Dom? We've established that it's science. There's no such thing.
The science.
You'll be all right.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where this goes and see if
Science.
it catches. But I don't know. It doesn't have that much of a grab to me that justifies it staying above ratio. I mean, they put out ratios all the time, and it's when you see one, it's like, oh, that looks special. This is nice, but it's unless it's just scarcity, because I don't know how many stores are ordering this many copies of Sensational She-Hulk at issue 7 on a quickly rebooted another volume. So we'll see.
Next up, we have Deadpool 1, the 1 in 100, around 10 sales for 100 to 120. That's about ratio to just above ratio. I would thought there would have been some more interest in this book, since it's a new Deadpool and it's a high ratio. And I don't believe there's a trade dress for this one.
Yeah, there's a trade dress for this one.
For this?
Yeah, there is a trade dress.
Never mind. Do not pick this up. If you like this cover, pick up the trade dress.
My man is packing, man. He's got a big gun.
I mean, 10 sales for a 1 in 100 is decent, but they're at ratio. So it's kind of like, maybe start to see a little more scarcity.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think when you have a trade dress of the same cover, it's like, why? I was like, why? Are you really holding on to it because you think it's really going to increase that much in value at this point?
It's a really good cover, actually.
It is a great cover.
Mm-hmm.
I like to get an autograph.
Really? You guys like this cover?
Yes.
For a Deadpool cover, yeah.
Yeah. When the sword on the front of the gun is freaking awesome.
If it didn't have a regular trade dress and they just had the 1 in 100, I think this would be doing better price wise. But
and we'll see if this goes up next week, if it gains momentum or it just falls flat. But I think
if it goes up, you might see it on the Hot 10. If not, you'll never see it again.
It's not Liefeld drawing it, so who knows?
No, there's feet there.
Well, you know what? Actually, it's pretty cool. I like the way he's drawn too. He's not like his feet. He's actually, the feet look good.
Everything's proportional.
Exactly. It looks very sharp on the white, and the fact that they did that little bit of shadow underneath it.
I like that
on the white cover. I like that. If it was just a straight white cover and you didn't have that depth of the shadow on there, I don't think it would be as cool. But
I like the gun.
Makes it pop.
The gun part's cool.
And there's room enough on the top left for a remark if you want one,
or right in between the legs.
Nice autograph too.
I didn't want to go there, but I knew somebody would.
No, there's room there. It's a perfect spot.
A lot of room there.
For a remark. You can get a signature up top, remark on the bottom.
Get one of those Deadpool balloons.
Yeah, you get one of those Deadpool balloons.
You could put the $40. You could put the Deadpool cock there.
Oh God, low hanging fruit. Dom grabs. Yeah. Jeez. Next up, we got Uncanny X-Men 198, about 20 sales this week. Overall's reaching $10 to $15. A CGC 9.8 are around $100. Damn X-Men show is bringing all these books and storylines to the forefront.
Those damn booty shorts.
Yep.
You didn't have a pair of those. Stop.
Yes, I did back in the 80s.
We know you did with thigh-high socks.
Yup, that's what I did.
Yeah, they started part one. They're gonna finish it through. You know, it's only a 2-part series for this comic of Storm fighting the spirit animals to get her powers back. And they've been flying through things in X-Men 97, the way they've been going through stories. So I could see this one getting wrapped up pretty fast, and this book going back to the $3 to $5 book it was before. But right now, if you have it, it might be a nice time to unload it.
Yes, I did. Absolute gig.
And if you play along with SNS's games, that comment will be a question on their show in a few weeks. What did Dom say? Was that Dom that said Deadpool cock? Yes.
Yeah.
The dead boot rooster. That cock.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why?
All right. Last up on the list.
Oh, I can say Deadpool donkey. Yes. I'm saying Deadpool ass. Donkey. Come on.
That's offensive to Irish people. Fantastic Four life story number 1. About 20 sales already this week after only a couple of days, but only been between $5 and $10, with news of Silver Surfer being cast and this story taking place in the 60s and rumors that the movie will take place in the 60s. This will be a story to read to maybe tie into the movie, but it's Marvel, so they won't use this story.
Well, I heard that she's pregnant in space, so she's going to give birth in space.
It's Franklin.
Yep.
Is it Reed Child
Uh,
or Shalabals?
I don't know what the hell it is, man. All I know is that Victoria Von Doom is going to be the bad one now. Victoria Von Doom. So
Didn't you tell the joke already?
All women already.
I think you told the joke already.
I don't know, man.
Somebody told this joke.
I said something. I sent it.
So yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna start getting more and more little Fantastic Four leaks here and there.
Yep.
So people can start digging through dollar boxes for Fantastic Four books because
there's plenty of them in there.
That's where a majority of them are.
Plenty of them in there.
Is in dollar boxes. So
we got this going. So this is all right, so what's his name is directing this, right? What's his name? Who did Spider-Man? Right? Doing Spider-Man? He's still doing it.
What?
John Watts is doing directing it.
Watts.
Is he the Fantastic
Watts
Four?
you talking about?
Yeah, John Watts.
Yes, he's not directing Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's doing that. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Hey,
we'll see what they do.
Or Daredevil. Did you see the set photos of Born Again? I'm fucking excited on that. I'm sorry. I have to.
What's that have to do with this show?
Punisher?
I'm just sorry. I'm just saying it brought back Disney has some good stuff coming out, and then they throw a curveball.
Give it a week. We'll have a Dom rant.
They hit you. Listen, they throw that curveball and they make you happy. Then they hit you in the middle of your right between your legs with that little baseball bat with the bullshit that they put out too. So end the story. Yeah.
We're not going to kink shame you on what you like. But if you're interested in more of what P has to say about these books, please check out CBSI.com for the outside looking in and the CBSI Hot 10. Thank you. God damn you, Dom.
Moving on.
Thank you.
For our now and later, it was a rough week this week looking for stuff. I was not overwhelmed with what came out this week, so I had to dig deep.
That's what Dom said.
First up, Comic Tom's book there, the Crashdown. It's a nice. I haven't seen a Mayhew that I really really loved for a while. I really like this cover. It is quite sharp. So if you're a Mayhew fan, looking at that guy up there.
Every once in a while, he'll, like I said, Mike was getting Mike Mayhew was getting very caught up in the homages for a long time. So I'm glad he's kind of, at least as far as I can tell, breaking away and doing some more
Yeah.
original stuff.
And he's a great artist. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's a great artist. So when you get a cover like this, it's pretty sweet. So if you're a Mayhew fan or a
What's up,
Hot Girl
Jeffrey?
fan or a Comic Tom fan, it's not a bad book to pick up. Next on my list, as always, there's some new Archie and Friends book. And this week it is Hot Rod Racing #1. There's a Happy Comics Dan DeCarlo vintage Veronica variant that comes in regular or metal. I collect Veronica covers. I like extremely simple Archie covers, like pop art covers. I like just very simple Archie covers. So I am definitely picking this one up, and I always enjoy the limited runs on these variants as well.
Can't get much more simple than this one.
Yeah.
No, but I love it.
All that wasted space back there.
I love it. But for Archie stuff, it just works for me. I like it.
I know you do, Mama Bear. Listen, John Watts isn't directing Fantastic Four. I don't know.
Max Chapman.
Max Chapman. So what happened with John Watts? He's going back to Spider-Man? I'm not even
I don't know,
sure.
Marvel switches everything every other week with all these people who's
They
writing
gave him a Star
stuff.
Wars movie.
No. Because I heard because the fact is that I know Sony wanted Watts to do Spider-Man 4, but then
Stop
he was
poking
going
the
to
bear.
Fantastic Four. I don't know.
What?
Changes.
I don't know. Can we get back to the comics?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Top.
Last on the things that came out this week, I'm a sucker for a Joelle Jones cover. Minor Threats, The Fastest Way Down, #1. Has a cover C. It's a nice VHS style Joelle Jones cover. So
Nice.
it's a good one. It's an interesting little series as well. Patton Oswalt writes it. So there's a bit of comedy in there if you
That's
find him
number
funny.
one, huh?
And for the future, I didn't like anything that was out there in previews because I've gone through previews up through July for all of these. And I was running out of interesting things to show. So I do what I always do. I went the Kickstarter route. So all of these have a few days left for funding for Kickstarter. So first on the list is Bad Rep Cover D by Eliza Pochita. It's the Wedding Crashers homage.
What's that?
It's just a great cover.
No, it's good cover.
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Who's that Styx? Who'd you say?
No, that's a good cover.
It is.
Everybody, Mickey Mouse.
Next on the list, Tales of Asunda Volume 2, the Niobe She Tribe. It's a Jay Lee variant. It's
I like
just
that cover.
a very nice Jay Lee cover.
Yes.
Every now and then, Jay Lee will do a Kickstarter cover, and they always tend to be very, very pretty. This is no exception.
No exception to the rule.
Last on the list, Clotho of Spider Island. This is actually, when you get this, it's 3 books. This is issue. This is the cover for issue 2. It's a 3-issue connecting cover. So
this
there's
is a Kickstarter too?
Yes, there's a set of this with some hot bikini girls with some big old monsters in the background. That's a 3-cover connecting cover. And then there's another set of 3 connecting covers as well that you can get that are all just the monsters in a connecting set. And they also have a 3 set in the Kickstarter that is a 3D book as well. So
This is the best one you picked this week, Joe. This is the whole time you're talking about the other 2. I kept looking at this one. This one's really good. Who's the artist? You know,
I'm not sure. I know the guy who did it. I did the book, but it wasn't clear whether he was the artist on these. Sometimes they're Kickstarters because they're writing up the stuff themselves. Sometimes it's just like, I like it. So it's an interesting Kickstarter if you're into kind of Lovecraftian monsters.
Mm-hmm.
it's a cool looking series. And if you're into, 40s pinups and stuff like that, there's some good covers there as well. So kind of scratches multiple itches for people. So
nostalgia, collective black and white color. Like
Hopefully preview starts to update some stuff a little bit off into the future.
For now.
Because things are starting to get a little thin.
If there's trivia, I'm sure they'll.
Yeah. So I went onto the Kickstarter. They have 2 different sets that are connecting. There's this set and then there's another set. And I think there's
three connecting sets. The first set is the girls with the monsters behind. The second connecting set is all the monsters, and the third connecting set is a 3D connecting set.
Nice.
I might get all 3 sets.
It's a pretty cool looking book. There's a lot of really good stuff on Kickstarter. I know I have my rabbit holes I fall into, as you can see.
That's what you call it, rabbit holes.
You can find some really interesting stuff.
Haven't seen Joe for days.
Yeah,
It's in his rabbit hole with Styx. It's just a hole.
You can find some really cool artists.
Dark in here.
And again,
turn on the light. Turn on the light.
You can find artists that you like that are currently doing. I mean, Hughes will do Kickstarters, Lobos will do Kickstarters. So you'll find covers in there of artists that are bigger artists or more well-known artists that will sometimes drop a cover, and they do tend to be pretty limited in terms of what they're printing for this stuff. So because they control the printing themselves.
So the one you're showing is the 20 pounds or $26 American for the set. There's one set that's also 20 pounds, and then the other one is 25 pounds or $32.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's for a Kickstarter, it's actually pretty reasonable. I mean, a lot of the Kickstarters can get a little pricey. For this to get a set of 3 books for, 25 American is not bad at all. So
what's she saying, Christopher?
What? It takes a lot to break me.
I was going to say, what could have possibly Mama Bear possibly done?
Well, it could have been the comment about poking the bear, and she says, at least a first date first.
It's that one. Well played.
I did throw in just a couple pulps this week. Since we're now starting to see pulps getting graded, we're starting to see sales for pulps getting graded. So the price changes are interesting at best, because grading pulps is, the way people would grade raw pulps is really weird. Because I think there's very few people that really know how to grade raw pulps, and unlike comics, almost all of these are square bound. The paper, if you hold it the wrong way, turns into complete pieces of confetti. They're not always evenly. It's not an even cut on a lot of pages sometimes. So these are pretty beat up, and they're also very old and fragile. So it's nice to see them getting graded, so we can kind of start looking at things in slabs and saying, oh, okay, this is what is truly considered a 4.5. So this Weird Tales 108. This is one of the most sought after pulps that is out there. This is your first appearance in anything of Conan the Cimmerian. So you are getting your first Conan in this book by Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan. So this is, number one, an amazing, cool cover. But in the guts of this, you also do have the first Conan story ever. So if you're a Conan fan, it's a great thing to have. Sold for $7,800. So these things are starting to get a bit pricey. And next on the list, one of the most recognizable Weird Tales, the Brundage Batwoman cover. A 7.0 sold for a crisp $30,000. So
nice.
Yeah, this is number one, it's a Brundage, and Margaret Brundage's work always goes for a premium, but this is by far one of her, if not the most recognizable cover that she did. It's also one of the most recognizable pulp covers as well. So
those boobs of hers are really nice.
Yeah, this thing always goes for a grip, so it's really interesting to see them start to.
That's why it sold for $30,000, Dom, because of the boobs.
I know.
But it is fun.
$30,000 pair of Hooters right there.
It's fun to start seeing these sold graded to see, how much that bumps them from the raws. So,
you know what? That's actually cheaper than a pair of boobs that someone buy. You know what I'm saying? $30,000.
Doesn't cost that much, Dom.
What
kind of boobs?
You need to,
these super
you need
boobs?
to price check your cosmetic surgery there, Dom. It's nowhere close to $30,000 for a pair.
You know what I'm saying? It's cheaper than a pair of boobs.
You can get a pair of boobs in DR for like $500.
You could also get an ass full of freaking concrete in freaking Colombia, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And the slabs are very nice as well. I mean, because pulps are a little bit smaller than a comic, but a little bit thicker than a comic. The size of the slab isn't too far off from a comic slab. Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten a magazine slabbed or own any magazine. They're unwieldy. They're so damn huge. And it's just a large thing of plastic that's freaking huge. They're a pain to collect if you like graded magazines. But the pulps, far more manageable. So we got our pulps. Let's get into some news. We got our first look at The Bride, Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie, where we will get Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster. It is set to release October 2nd in theaters. Anybody excited about seeing some monsters in theaters? Or is this going to be too artsy because it's being done by Maggie Gyllenhaal?
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll give it a shot.
It's if you're tired of comic book movies, this is something different that you can probably sink your teeth in, because I know it's going to be well written and well directed. And Christian Bale, he'll sulk in the corner, brooding or something, like he always does.
I'll definitely go see this probably. Probably on opening weekend. This picture kind of throws me. I assume Christian is just wanting people to see the scars, like, or is he doing his best Danny from Greece, where he's like, I don't know what's going on necessarily in this picture.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
But I'll check this out.
And like somebody said yesterday on my show, they're going to compare this to the Joker with the tattoos.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see the tattoo.
Yeah, but I mean, it's supposed to be set back in time, so I was a little thrown off by the tattoo. But
are you just avoiding cop shows?
I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm happy for monster movies. I want to see old school monster movies make a comeback.
What?
Dom,
what?
Stop watching. Dom, stop
Watching
watching
soap operas
wrestling.
again?
No, I shut my TV.
It's watching wrestling.
I shut my TV off.
Wrestling. After we heard like 5 minutes of commentary.
Well, 5 minutes of commentary because I was watching SmackDown, because we are doing a wrestling show afterwards. Come on, man.
Yeah, after the show.
After the show. Think about the show you're on.
I'm thinking about the show I'm on. You're talking about other things. I'm trying to, All right, just go.
Robbie Liefeld.
What about him?
Seems.
Tom, if this were SNS,
somehow
you'd be kicked off the show already. I'm just saying, you'd be gone.
He somehow seems to have hit the option bank.
Not cooking fajitas, so.
Because that's all we seem to hear now is Rob Liefeld having this option or this project about Rob or this project about Rob or some of his things. But Evangeline has some bigger names attached to it. So Simon Kinberg, Margot Robbie set to produce, Olivia Wilde, who I dislike.
Well, apparently this was option in 2013. It had Gina Carano attached to play Angeline back then, and then the deal fell apart because of Liefeld, like everything else. So hopefully it gets made. If this gets made before Spawn, that would be
Spawn goes there.
embarrassing.
That would be very embarrassing to McFarlane. I was about to say that. The Spawn
It would be.
Angeline. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, you've heard this. This is option, possibly the Prophet, some of his other stuff. So
It's a 90s comic book. Which
yeah,
the
people
main
are-
character is a demon /
Is
vampire
it,
hunter.
was it one of his image comic? It's one of his image.
No,
Isn't she
it
an
was-
angel
No?
falls that's fallen to heaven and
It was Maximum
stuff.
Comics or something like that back then.
Yeah.
was it Image Extreme or
No,
I
I
forget.
think it was Maximum Comics.
so yeah. So Robbie is making some bank now. Whether it ever gets made or not, who knows?
If he shows up first day high as a kite, he's done.
He doesn't have to show up for anything. He'll get an executive producer tag out of it, and they'll be like, "Okay, we'll call on you if we need you." But you know.
Where's Rob? He's on Whatnot. Okay, never mind.
Kicking everybody off the stream.
Yeah.
so
Shouldn't
So-
antagonize him. Don't do it.
So I guess
didn't.
now we know why he said he wasn't going to be
I-
doing any more
I know
Deadpool
it.
anymore and everything else because he has other stuff to do now.
Like plan his
Alright.
retirement that he's not going to do.
Get more DC Elseworlds. The new if you're into fantasy and DC Elseworlds, Deathstroke will lead the Dark Knights of Steel story with All Winter with a pretty badass Matina cover. So,
That cover's great.
yeah.
And Dark Knights of Steel was an amazing story. It took forever to finish, but it was an amazing story.
Yeah, DC seems to do Elseworld stories pretty well. They can put something in there and run with the story for a while,
Mhm.
make it very popular, and then just okay, it's done now, and then just move on with other stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
big thumbs up to DC because they can seem to do what
Let
Marvel
me ask you a
can.
question. Do you think DC's Elseworlds are much better than What Ifs?
Better than what?
Better
What
than
If?
Marvel's What Ifs?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Because Marvel's What If literally focuses on one character for 5 issues. It's ridiculous. I don't care what if Gwen or what if Alien or what if Venom or what if Miles. Stop. Just do a series and do different stories like you did in the 80s. Just saying.
the Elseworlds they tend to do a good job of building out a universe that's pretty well fleshed out for what ends up just kind of being a one-off kind of Elseworld story. So.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty cool.
I'll check for you, Richwell, if Knights of Steel is in.
We're gonna get the original Transformers cartoon on the big screen. So
Yes, the first 4 episodes of the original series.
yep, May 15th, 18th, and 19th.
That's
so
nice.
If you miss seeing all that, you can hear it really loud in the theater and on a big screen, which will actually be kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of fun to get the opportunity to see something like this on a big screen.
They're actually talking about the movie too, the Transformers movie. They're going to release it when the anniversary of that movie drops. But
Yeah, because they got is that Cybertron or is that Unicron on the top?
no, that's Cybertron. This is the original. This
That's
is the, first, this is the
Cybertron? Okay.
beginning. This is the first
Yeah.
time. Yeah. It's
This will
the
be
first when they first got to Earth. So
Yep. So
Knights of Steel is in trade paperback and hardcover.
yeah,
so
you know what's
all
funny
you-
about this? Watch this on a big screen and see all the mistakes they made, all the color mistakes. You know, we used to see like the Starscream Sandy, like 3 Starscreams because the other color break, or
yeah,
just
Oh.
the guys look the same color.
One guy
Yeah,
was
they
top
did.
while the other guy.
they didn't say whether they were cleaning anything up for it or not, or whether they're just gonna throw it
It should
out
be
there.
fun on the big screen, man. You know, I haven't seen this on the big screen. Actually, I had never seen it on the big screen. Think about it. Growing up, just watching it on TV.
Yeah, you just
I'll
watch it on a
come
small
down.
TV.
We can watch it together.
Hey,
I'll bring
let's
my
go.
Transformers bucket.
Let's go. We'll talk. We'll do this. We can talk.
Bucket.
Good.
And the TVs we were watching them on weren't high def. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah. It was that big
No.
TV tube.
yeah.
Yeah.
After all.
I still
Big
can't
old-
believe 40 years. Transformers, everything is
the
reaching that 40
console.
and 50-year plateau, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. 40 years. That's just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's great
Makes
to
me
have a
feel old.
franchise an IP that lasts that long and still selling, even though the Transformers are made. Well, actually, they made better now because they actually look like the counterpart than they did when they were made in the 80s.
You
But
think so?
I like the 80s stuff because the 80s stuff
Yeah.
was metal. Everything's plastic now. Ooh.
Yeah, the 80s stuff hurt if you throw it at somebody. Now everything just breaks.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great IP. It's one of the better IPs that has lasted all these years. It's never really gone through times where people were like, "This is absolute dog shit." I mean, people had complaints
keep
about
saying
some
this
of the
stuff,
movies
Dom.
here and
That's
there,
why-
but
This is why Dom behaves the way he does.
I agree.
Keep saying it.
Hey, listen, you should be blessed and honored to have me in your presence. And
How about we do a Dom show where Dom does everything?
I'm a
Just
one-man
Dom.
show, baby.
Well,
One-man
just
show.
Dom.
I am the whole damn show.
Just Dom. It'll be a
Let's
blank
do it.
screen with him yelling at his camera.
Tom's the
Dom's
talent.
mouth doesn't
Keep
even
telling you,
match
Dom's the
his
talent.
voice going out.
Dynamite announced that their initial order of Space Ghost 1, which was 33,500 copies, might be a bit under ordered. Granted, that sounds like some salesman talk to get people to buy more copies.
That sucks.
But as a slight reminder for people that might just see the first part of that and be like, under ordered, I better run out and grab 10 copies. Please remember that Space Ghost 1 is fully returnable for stores ordering 20 or more copies. So if they
That's
get
crazy.
saddled with a bunch of those copies, they can return. So
I remember.
And all I have to do say is screw CGC for not giving my Space Ghost Ash Can a 9.8 and rejecting it, bastards.
What, the ash can one you got? The ash can?
Yeah, I have the Ash
Why?
Can. They rejected my Ash Can at CGC, bastards.
Why? What happened? Why?
I'll
I
take
don't
your
know.
rejection. I'll take your
They
rejection.
didn't give it a 9.8. They rejected it.
sticky
I need
fingers?
9.8.
did you figure fuck it before you?
Exactly.
It's okay. I didn't even touch the book. I literally got the book, put it in an envelope to go to CGC to be graded.
I know this series looks good. I like a lot of. I'm happy there's a lot of series coming out that are coming back that look like a lot of fun. This Space Ghost, it's not the cartoon, it's not the Adult Swim version of Space Ghost. It's supposed to be
Thank God.
more
Space
gritty.
Ghost Coast to Coast. That's the best.
Stop.
Yeah.
It is great.
Stop. No.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast was amazing.
It was amazing.
With Zorak.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
Moltar,
No.
it was fantastic.
Mm-mm.
And you had Brack. You got Brack.
Where's
Right.
my Thunder, the Barbarian freaking comic book?
But yeah, I mean, between this, you can have a
They'll
Flash
get those
Gordon series
eventually.
coming out, Dick
Probably
Tracy
come out
series
eventually.
coming
Hope
out.
so.
So
Hope
there's
so.
a lot of good stuff coming out.
You know what's crazy?
But,
It's crazy now. All these books are coming out. You have a lot of properties from the 70s that are actually coming out. You know, you have G-Force. You know, they got their Battle of the Planets. You know, you got Space Ghost. You got Thunder. I think Thunder's the only one that's not really out yet.
Well, they didn't do the well. DC did all of them, all the team ups, and it's got the Herculoids. You got
Yeah.
what else?
DC shit the bed on that.
I
Because
I want more Johnny Quest. Johnny
Space
Quest.
Rangers.
I thought there was
And
supposed to be
Haji,
more
you want
Johnny
Haji.
Quest coming,
You
but
wanna watch that? They should come out with a
yeah, I
Haji
mean,
book.
DC not still having these properties to be able to put out kind of sucks.
You didn't like the Scooby Doo Apocalypse?
I talk to that guy up there. He's the Scooby Doo fan.
Me.
And they weren't bad. I have all the DC stuff.
Yeah,
Came out.
I liked it.
It wasn't bad. I wish DC was still putting out. I love the fact with Dynamite, I know I'll get a ton of covers. So I'll get a lot of art that I like and stuff like that. And I'll be a sucker and buy a bunch of shit that's never gonna be worth anything, but I'll enjoy it when I buy it nonetheless.
Right.
Whereas with DC, you know, they're a little more controlled about what they're putting out and how they put it out. So you can maybe get a little more value out of what you're buying there. But I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm happy. I love Space Ghost. So
Come on, they have to come out with Jabba
What,
Jones.
did you just say Johnny Quest was dog?
what?
You
Remember
said
Jabba Jones?
Johnny Quest was dog shit.
No, Johnny Quest was fantastic.
What are
Johnny?
you talking about?
Haji's the man. You got to freaking have his own comic book.
Freaking Bandit saved them so many times. Bandit was the real star.
We should have a Venture Brothers comic. Give us a Venture Brothers comic. I'll take that.
Venture Brothers would be cool. I like Venture Brothers.
Yeah, good comic.
You had our prior vice president, Race Bannon, in there, and it was great.
Race.
Futurama. For all you Futurama fans, the 12th season will arrive on Hulu July 29th.
I gotta watch
Good news, everybody.
I think I didn't watch the last 4.
I know I'm behind, so I'm not sure if the quality is still where it's at.
Not bad.
But
Become Disneyfied?
There's definitely a point. Well, I would say around when Simpsons started to have their kind of fall off, which I would say probably would be around season 15 and 18, around there. Futurama definitely pick up the slack. Great show. So
yep.
I'm glad they're still cranking them out there, because it's definitely a fantastic show.
Yeah, the Hulu seasons are good. They're not to the quality of the original run, but they are still good and worth watching.
Still good. That's good. It's good to know, because it's a fantastic show and amazing talents on that show as well. Albert was removed from his home. How close to Styx, Bruce? How close are you guys to Hamburg?
I'm about 2.5 hours away.
There you go. Well, some guy had a 12-foot alligator living in his house, and that 12-foot, 750-pound reptile was removed from this gentleman's house. And now there is an outcry because the reptile was removed. The man cared for this gator, who apparently is also like mostly blind and has other health issues.
I wonder why, because
he's wearing a Sabres jersey, which I find hilarious. But
why? You see, now the poor thing's going to die because it was taken away from his owner.
What?
Well,
It's illegal.
Poor health. He's probably in a poor health because he was living in a guy's house instead of in his
people are doing other shit illegal. That's the worst shit. Come on.
Apparently, they took him from this guy because they said his permit had expired. This gentleman had said he had repeatedly tried to contact the people about the permitting, and they never returned any of his emails or calls. And then they came and took his friend.
And he made society great. He was taking off the homeless people off the street and feeding them to the damn thing. There you go.
Okay.
This guy was actually building an addition to his house and a big pool and stuff like that, to just specifically for this large gator. I don't understand people that keep reptiles as pets. I just always it's like people that keep spiders as pets. It's just
it's like people that keep orangutans and things like that as pets.
Well,
I don't understand.
Yeah, you're just gonna lose your face eventually.
They're dangerous.
That's all you're asking for.
They're not domesticated. You are food to them. I don't care. I saw a video. It was a montage video. Whether or not it was the same gator or not, I don't know. I don't give a shit. But it was such a touching video of this guy saving this little baby croc who had lost his mama, and he raised him and fed him Vienna sausages and blah 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 until he became this big freaking gator. And the gator just crawled on the couch and loved on him. No, that gator was sizing you up. That gator will eat you. I don't understand people like this. I don't
get it. The people that keep the chimps, like chimps, at a certain point when they're domesticated, they snap at some point, and then they rip your arms off and beat you to death with your own arms. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Chimpanzees are only good for a couple things.
They Chewbacca them. I figured the Chewbacca.
Secret agent.
Yes, they are great secret agents. We love Lancelot.
And ripping your face off.
And ripping your face off. They did rip that one. That one did rip that woman's face off, which is disturbing.
He ate his face. She had a face implant, and she looked disturbing. Ate the whole face off.
What?
Crazy.
Well, if you didn't see Nope and that whole ape thing and killing people on stage, that was horrible.
But that's
fiction. Bad enough being
This is real life. This is real life. These things really happen.
Yeah. Wasn't there a guy in your building down that had a tiger at one point in New York City? There?
What?
I don't know if it was his building, but in New York City, there was a guy who, I think it was
Yeah,
Mike Tyson had a tiger.
he had a tiger living in his apartment.
Hey, go to Dubai. You have all those sheiks over there friggin' owning lions and tigers and bears in their friggin' the kingdom.
Oh my.
So,
I just saw a video today of a guy in Florida standing in like chest high water dancing with a crocodile. I'm like, what is he doing? Alligator, whatever. Anything that's that big should not be. Ew.
Come on, Johnny Knoxville and Jackass was friggin' humping friggin' goddamn sharks. Come on.
Let the gators and the pythons fight for dominance in Florida and Louisiana. They don't need to be doing it in your living room. Let them be out and just.
He looks comfortable. He has a Sabres jersey and a pillow.
Yeah.
Who wants to clean up alligator poop? Seriously.
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you
What does that
alligator
even
poop
look
looks
like?
Yeah.
Green and slimy.
Shaped like somebody's arm.
Spicy taco. Maybe he'll have shit all over diarrhea.
Bill, I found your arm.
They took my life made away.
Hey, come on, and now that he's look, all kidding aside, I'll be honest with you, I've seen very touching videos that they put animals back into the wild, and then years later they go back and the animal's there and comes up to them and knows it's them. Animals are very smart. See, that's the one thing about animals where people don't understand that animals are very smart, and if you take care of an animal, they will know who
No, they just don't show you the other 9 out of 10 videos where the animal rips a person apart.
Where'd the baby go? I just sat it down.
I don't know. I have bears around me. I won't get near them when I see them. I stay far away.
Yeah.
You're like Golden Lodge, get the 3 bears that live next door, huh?
Oh, dear God.
And last on the list, Mike Tyson has some cannabis gummies, some edibles that look ears.
If I was allowed, I work for the government and have a clearance, so I'm not allowed to indulge in this kind of thing. But if I was, I would be ordering some Mike Tyson ears.
I'm shocked at you, Jedi. Shocked.
Yeah, that's the. By the way, the headline there is Mike Tyson's actual tweet quote of these ears actually taste good. So yeah,
actually, I guess it's not Mike Tyson's ear though. Actually, it's
I hope
Holyfield's
Holyfield.
ear.
Is,
Evander Holyfield. It's Evander Holyfield's ear, like supposed to be.
Yeah, I wonder if Holyfield's getting any royalties out of this.
He should.
his ear right there.
Yeah.
A little Tyson bite out of it.
Good for Mike. He's diversifying. You just can't keep fighting Paul brothers. It's you got to do something.
You know, any way to make money, man. Cannabis sells, man. People are buying cannabis all over the place, and you make it shaped gummy cannabis. You got worms, you can have alligators, you can have everything. You know what I'm saying?
I just still love the fact that Mike Tyson raises pigeons, and races pigeons. That was one of my favorite side Mike Tyson stories of his life. Those pigeons.
I grew up down the block from him.
Good for Mike.
His base, man.
Mike used to bully you, Bruce. For that, what I'm hearing.
I was much younger than Mike Tyson. Thank you very much.
Mike Tyson's gonna be 57.
Yeah. So.
And you're gonna be like 58.
Fuck out of here. I'll give you 8 right here.
So that is
why
the
would
news.
the violence? Why would the violence? The words violence of using inches. I don't want that shit, man. Come on.
I got receipts. God damn it.
Jedi
Receipts.
You have the driver's seat, sir.
So for this week, that's not a comic sale of the week. Then I started off looking at one thing, and this is just kind of where I landed. I can't even remember what I started looking for. And I just kind of fell into one of Joe's rabbit holes, and this is kind of where I ended up for souvenirs from Disney and in this case Universal. So the first one, Haunted Mansion, Disney World, Disneyland souvenir photo album from the 1970s. Came with 12 photos inside this album. Sold for $150 on a best offer a week or so ago.
That's not bad. $150.
Some of the pictures are pretty cool.
That's not bad. $100, man. $150. A lot of things.
Yeah, and this is from the 70s too, because
Yeah.
you'd probably pay close to $80 for something like that at Disney
Probably.
nowadays. But this was in the
Yeah.
70s, so I assume it wasn't nearly as expensive.
Probably not. Probably $5. If
Yeah.
that.
The middle one's pretty cool, I thought. Disneyland stamp book from 1956, 32 pages of 50 full color stamps, all of which are intact and unused.
That's nice.
Not a bad price for a 1956 for something that's basically untouched, unused, untore, by kids or whatever. It's probably bought for a kid back in the day. $145 fixed price back in mid-March, so a couple of weeks ago. Pretty, we're always we talk a lot of time about how surprised we are some of these old things survive time and hands and kids, and so something like this to kind of go, it does have a little browning around the edges, it looks like, but for something like this to go to be fully intact, like 70, almost 70 years later, I mean, that's pretty cool.
The stamps were probably affixed in the book. Perforated.
Don't lick the stamps now; it may kill you.
They probably weren't. They probably weren't loose in there, so that they would fall out, which probably helped them stay in there. But still, to have anything like that intact is
don't lick the stamps. What was that Seinfeld episode where what's his name killed
his fiance?
Killed his fiance. Lastly, we had, this was a little more closer to today's date, although 30 years ago, 30 years ago. A day in the park with Barney. My kids loved Barney back when they were very, very, very young. This is, in fact, we actually went and saw a Barney show in Seattle one time. But anyway, this is from Universal Studios. This is the official souvenir book, 1996, listed as in good condition, sold for $200 on a fixed price.
But you see,
about a week or so ago.
You see, that's crazy now. So something that's from the 90s is going to be worth a lot more than something in the 70s, which is kind of funny. I know.
This could have just been some of these could be just outliers. Somebody just liked Barney and was like, "Hey, I really want this," and just bought it on a whim. But something like this selling for more than that Disney 1956 Disney book of stamps is a little odd to me. But
I know exactly.
And like I said, you got to look at the type of people that buy a lot of collectibles are normally people that are our age or a little bit younger, maybe the 30s to 50s. And, for them, this is something that was from their childhood. So.
See, 1970s, I was born in the 70s, so that actually close to my heart of my lifespan of growing up, which that's what those are the things I like. I like things that are in my life. I'm going to tell you this, to be honest, I'm very blessed. We are very blessed that we were born in this time period, because the stuff that we had growing up and in this time period, awesome. I gotta
see the thing is, like the way Dom feels about this stuff from the 70s, this 1996 Barney souvenir book. Like I said, my kids liked it when they were little. My oldest is 30, so you got to figure anywhere from like mid 20s to mid upper 30s, maybe mid 30s. This is that Barney is that's their time. So now they're coming, they're getting jobs, they're coming into money. They want a little, they're starting to think about their own mortality or whatever drives people to collect nostalgia stuff. And so I don't know. We're gonna probably see a lot of this stuff.
Makes me laugh now. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. Cosmic One. I tried working at Disney to put this thing up.
Because he had long hair.
He had long hair. Now look what's working at Disney. I'm just saying that.
I don't know how many people that work at Disney.
I'm impressed. AOA worked at Universal in '96, so he can give us the scoop on Barney.
Well, I'm just saying the fact.
AOA may have a stash of these Barney souvenir books somewhere.
Stop now.
Yeah. I mean,
Worth money, ALA.
it makes you think, when you pick up stuff like this, all these little souvenir books and stuff like that, when you go to shows and stuff like that. Some people just toss them and throw them away, but
Hey, Cosmic One, you could actually probably file a discrimination report now. Back in the day, they discriminated with the long hair. So,
What are you gonna do? Go back in time and file it?
hey, you can do it now because, like I said,
Statute of limitations, Dom. Statute of limitations.
They altered the trajectory of his life, Brucifer. He could have been
he
somebody.
could have been working there. Exactly.
He could have been Kathleen Kennedy.
we're Eskimo brothers. Zaggy and I are Eskimo brothers.
He
We've
still
both
could
been
be.
sandwich artists at Subway.
Ew.
Just make Cosmic a woman and turn her gay.
Wow.
Well,
All right, what's next?
it was a good list of stuff. People, I love when you do these, Jedi, because they're just things that we forget about a lot of times. People pick up programs that crap all the time. Sporting events, shows, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's always fun to remember. Yeah. Oh, these things are out there, and it's always fun to kind of go down some of those.
I tell you one thing that's really good. You got May the 4th coming up, and there's a lot of good stuff in the Disney shop. Actually, in Disney, not here. You can try to order online, but there's a pin that's coming. I'm actually very excited about. So
We're not allowed to talk about SW on here, Dom.
One of those fig pins that's like the size of my forearm.
No. It's actually
Sigourney Weaver.
it's an oversized pin, but it's the
Space
holiday
Force?
special Boba Fett.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, that's there's going to be 8 million things like there are every year for May the 4th.
Yep.
Nobody cranks out tchotchkes like Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now tonight we have a new game with Styx.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing a new game tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
This is just what I wanted. Chat.
Get ready for some fun, folks. Okay. So this week I decided to change up a little bit. It's still kind of a trivia game. Not really. So it's qualified Justice League Dark jumble game. I've taken a few characters from Justice League Dark. I've jumbled up the letters. And I'm going to tell you what power they have or ability. And you're going to tell me who the character is.
No, that's to give it away. You shouldn't give the what power they have because Brucifer will know. Just leave it out there. See if you're smart enough to put it together.
It's too late. It's already
I'm
in the
going to
slide,
try to
Dom.
make something dirty.
It's already-
I don't have it on the go.
I got to make something out of this, Dom. Come on. All right.
You ready, Styx?
Yeah, let's go to the first one. All right, so I am a mystic fortune teller. Who am I?
Madam Xanadu.
Xanadu, madam.
Yep.
It might be easy. It might be easy.
How you do is Xanadu? You get the X and the U in there. So there
Or
you go.
Xanadu, Amanda. No, madam. Yeah,
Amanda
madam.
Xanadu.
Xanadu. I like that movie of Little Little John. Xanadu is great.
I prefer Zardoz with Sean Connery.
Aquaman's the no, never mind.
All right.
It's a little fishy.
All
And
right.
we'll roll on to the answer, which is yes, Xanadu.
Xanadu.
Madam Xanadu.
Not the Olivia Newton-John version either. There.
Oh, so it's all. So I thought there was one line and then another line, but it's all jumbled between the two lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
You failed to tell us that, Styx.
I said it was jumbled. I didn't say how. It
We
was
need
jumbled.
more clear instructions.
All right. I can transform into a mist, a bat, and a wolf. Who am I?
Minerva.
I love
Vampire.
the boss.
I agree with
Vampire.
you.
I'm sorry.
I think it's
Brian Bosworth.
Mr. Vampire.
I Vampire.
The whole damn show.
Vampirella. No, that's not.
Plastic Man. All right.
Pimple
And
popper.
the answer is. Nope,
Ah,
that's the
we
wrong
lost the slide.
Oh.
yeah, we lost the slide.
Thanks,
Boo.
Wah, wah, wah.
Ooh.
That's not me.
You can blame that one on me.
I'm just saying, if this was SNS, Styx, you'd be gone. You'd be out of here.
Yeah. No, this one was all on me. This was not on Styx.
Wow.
I got them loaded. I got them loaded in there backwards. I'm sorry.
All right.
Can you
I
fix it?
cannot.
It
be
was
seen-
iVampire, by the way.
I
Yeah,
vampire.
it was iVampire. I cannot be seen or heard by most. I am able to pass through objects, fly or float, and possess any living being. Who am I?
Dead man.
Dom's fart.
Yep.
I'm about to Bruce, I'm about to ban you from answering questions within
Passing the gas.
the first minute.
Well,
Not that I
let's-
mind. I know you know the answer first.
well,
Edna-
let's hope I
mom.
did. Let's hope I didn't totally hose the.
Is it Maud?
God.
The answer is B. Arthur.
I am B. Arthur.
Let's see what answer you got there.
She was an extremely handsome woman.
She
You
was.
leave her be.
I'm pretty
I'll
sure
give
that's
you
how
guys.
she was.
I'll give you guys one more second here so I can look at the deck to see how
Oh,
bad
dear.
I hosed the order of these.
Holy Simon.
And it was Dead Man.
It was Dead Man.
Oh, that's 2 words? Dead man. Okay. There's no hyphen
I
in
think-
there.
No, I think it's supposed to be one word. I have it at one word, but that's okay.
Ooh.
I have a higher level of agility and physical strength. Who am I?
October.
Not enough letters. And down.
Dark.
David.
Dirk
Oh.
Diggler. No.
Can I answer? Can I answer?
Hold on there, Bruce. Hold on. I'll get
Detective
I
Pet
love it when
Man.
I pitch him.
Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. Well,
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
that's
God
for
damn
sure.
it. Now I can answer. It's been long
Okay,
enough.
Bruce. Okay, Bruce.
Detective Chimp.
Conceit.
Oh. Yes, it is Detective Chimp.
You got to make these harder for Bruce Ford. I mean,
I know.
I think you're right on
30
target for the
seconds
rest
to
of
figure
us.
it out.
So sorry. I somehow lost the amethyst slide in there.
That's quite all right. I know you had tried to
Yeah,
adjust it. a
yeah.
little
I
bit,
pulled
but-
it in when I was putting the
Whoa.
deck together.
Pulled it in.
Pulled it in.
I pulled it in.
Ooh.
And slowly
I
took it
didn't
out.
put it
Never
in.
pull
I
it
didn't
in.
pull it out.
Slowly pulled it out.
Thank you. I like the word jumble. It's good stuff.
We'll give it a try again. I'll make it a little harder next time.
Just make it marble. I won't get any.
Oh, there you go.
Or Star Wars.
All right, let's look at some Justice League Dark. So, with Justice League Dark, there were 2 early kind of proto Justice League Dark books where you had a group come together, some of which ended up being in the Justice League Dark. And that would be Swamp Thing 50 and Swamp Thing Annual 2. So these books both sell for about the same price. It's back in the good old Alan Moore days. But you had Swamp Thing, the Demon, Phantom Stranger, you had Dead Man, Dr. Fate, Spectre, which, again, some of which or most of which have shown up or been in the Justice League Dark, but you didn't really actually get a Justice League Dark official team until 2011. And for some reason, I don't know, I enjoy Justice League Dark a lot. I like the dark mystical side of things. I like all the characters that they have, but they do not use Justice League Dark very often. You've only had 2 volumes of Justice League Dark since 2011. And you think how many other series we've had where there've been reboots, series here and series there and stuff like that. but you didn't really have Justice League Dark put together until 2011, which was a Madame Xanadu, Shade the Changing Man, Darkman, Zatanna, all pulled together by Madame Xanadu. Some of these books now that you have the Gunn universe and he's thrown out little Easter eggs every now and then, you're getting a lot of these books starting to kind of pop here and there. Mm-hmm. So the Justice League Dark book was starting to move a little bit. This is still extremely, extremely cheap for a number one, and really the first assemblage of this team. And again, you had the first print there with the green hood, the second print there with the red hood. You had 5, I think, major story arcs. So the first story arc was In the Dark, which went up to issue 6. Then you had a Rise of the Vampires story arc, which was a crossover with iVampire. And if you're unfamiliar with the iVampire, there's some really cool covers in the iVampire series. There's not much to it. There's not much for this character in terms of solo stuff, but there's some pretty cool covers in there. Like I said, this ran through a couple issues of iVampire and Justice League Dark, where you had this vampire crossover storyline. It's crazy how many. I mean, to me, I like it because I like Justice League Dark and a lot of these characters because a lot of them were kind of Vertigo characters as well. And DC Vertigo was one of the best things DC ever did to this day. I mean, even to someone who tends to prefer DC over Marvel in general, Vertigo was just the best. I mean, that hit for me. I was a teenager at the time when all the Vertigo books were coming out. It was a little more adult, a little darker. So it was nice to see all these characters pulled together for storylines. You had a Book of Magic storyline for a while. The Justice League Dark number 0 actually came out in the middle of the first volume. So 0 didn't come out before 1. It came out after I think issue 12.
There was a whole month of zeros at that time.
Yeah. So if you see a 0, it's not an actual prelude to the series. It came out in the middle there. So you had a Book of Magic little annual there as well, and then you had a Death of Magic storyline that ran through. And for the first, I'd say 20 or so covers, because I think this first volume only went 40 issues. You didn't have a lot of fancy covers and craziness in terms of ratios or incentives or a ton of different covers for a lot of these until you got to some of the later part of the run. And that's when you started to get some of these more interesting covers here, like 27 on the far right.
Scribble dots.
A handful of these you would start to get the black and white sketch cover, which was popular at the time as well. So you get a color, and then you would have a black and white sketch variant as well. The steampunk variant on 28 is always highly sought after. That's probably one of the coolest Deadman, Zatanna, and Constantine covers that you're going to find. Again, they would have crossovers with Phantom Stranger, crossovers with Constantine. You have a great Robot Chicken variant as well. The Batman 66 variant is a lot of fun. If you're a collector of the Bombshell series, you can pick up 32, and you got Zatanna there. It's a good Monsters Month cover there with Deadman and Swamp Thing and Constantine as well. You got a nice obligatory Lego cover with Frankenstein.
I haven't seen that one before.
I like that one.
This nice one that is laid out the opposite way in landscape is a Darwin Cook cover. So if you're a Darwin Cook fan, there is a Justice League Dark book out there for you. And again, one of my favorite Justice League Dark covers is still this Beetlejuice homage. It's still one of my favorite covers. It's fantastic. Dead Man as Beetlejuice there is just hilarious. Because Dead Man covers are normally pretty pathetic. He's always like screaming or looking sad or whatever. It's one of the rare Dead Man covers where it's just kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Ooh, small little booster gold on that one too.
And I figured I'd go through the first volume and then we'd take a little break through here and kind of look at some of the characters that are in Justice League Dark and some of the either relevant books or lesser known books that are in there for some of these characters. So Madame Xanadu, who pulls together the Justice League Dark, that Doorway to Nightmare is her first cover and book and appearance. It's a fantastic book. That Madame Xanadu in the middle there, that little limited one-shot is fantastic as well. You get some Brian Boland stuff in both of those, which is fantastic. And then she had her own solo series, which went, I think, about 20 or so issues, which has a lot of really great covers in it. It's still really, really dirt cheap as well. You can find most of those really reasonable. Zatanna, we did a spotlight on Zatanna a little while back. So I just kind of pulled out 3 of my more favorite covers. Of course, she first shows up in Hawkman 4, but her best Silver Age cover is Justice League 51. That cover with Batman, that's hands down the best Zatanna cover because she's not on the cover of her own first appearance in Hawkman 4. And the appearance she has in Green Lantern isn't half bad, but the cover's not a great Zatanna cover. She's on it. It's not bad. And the cover that she's in the Atom as well, those first few appearances, is nice, but it's not great. It's just a little bit of Zatanna. So if you're looking for a good Silver Age book, Justice League 51 is the way to go. DC Superstars of Magic, still one of my favorite Zatanna books around. Always difficult to find in higher grade. Very accessible in middle grades now. It's gone down in price since the pandemic a bit, but the high grades always sell and go for a good bit of money as well. And of course, can't talk about Zatanna without throwing in a Hughes cover. So Zatanna 16. Even though I like 15 better, I figured I'd throw 16 in there. We've seen enough of 15 with foil covers. Talking to you, Bruce.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I have the original signed by Hughes somewhere over there.
Doctor Strange, Deadman shows up in Strange Adventures. His first appearance is in 205, but I truthfully like the Neil Adams covers for Deadman a little better. So the first and maybe the second. The first cover for Deadman in 205 is not Neil Adams, but Neil Adams is the one who really made Deadman famous with his covers. So there's some really cool Strange Adventures covers in there in that low 200s run with some just amazing Neil Adams covers. And raw, these are still very, very affordable books. There's a great Brave and the Bold cover as well with Batman. And one of my favorite fun little series, which again, still dirt cheap, is the Flashpoint, the Deadman and the Flying Grayson series. It has a great set of covers, which are fantastic. There's a cover that looks like an homage to the old Weekly World News Batboy cover as well, with him on the cover. But there's some really fun covers in there, and it's a good little read.
There were so many crossovers with that.
Yeah. Constantine, Saga of Swamp Thing 37 is his first appearance, but he does have a cameo in Saga of Swamp Thing 25, which gets forgotten about sometime. And truthfully, I love the cover of Saga Swamp Thing 25. It's just a great damn cover. It's a far better cover than Saga 37. So that's where you'll actually get a little peek of John Constantine as a cameo. Of course, he had the Hellblazer series, which unheard of nowadays, went 300 issues. You don't see that anymore. So I bookended there through the first one and the number 300 there for the final issue. Good old Swamp Thing. First appearance, House of Secrets 92. But the self-titled Swamp Thing, that first cover is fantastic. It's a classic cover. It's a great book.
I might have that laying around.
But then you had these the DC special series that came out as well at one point. They would always feature different characters in each issue. But I think 14, 17, and 20 had Swamp Thing, and 17 and 20 high graded. If you have them slabbed, go for a good bit of money, several $100s. Yeah. But these are books that sometimes get forgot about, and sometimes you can find them every now and then for a reasonable price. Shade the Changing Man first appeared way back in 77. Steve Ditko, I believe, created Shade the Changing Man. But the kind of the Vertigo style of Shade the Changing Man that later came is the one that you kind of see through Justice League Dark. You don't see the weird guy with the weird outfit. You see the guy with the weird sport coat. So I had to throw the old Vertigo Jam in there as well, which is just a great cover and book, and just brings me back to my youth in terms of what I enjoyed reading comic books. Just kind of those fun Vertigo covers. Detective Chimp. Go ahead, Bruce.
Detective Chimp.
Yeah, I love Detective Chimp.
It's so fun.
He is. He first appears in Channel 52, issue 5. Good luck finding that. It's a weird book to search for and find. It just seems to never really come up. There is a Detective Chimp casebook, which is a trade paperback as well. And he's also featured in the Shadow Pact series as well. So if you want to read up more on Detective Chimp, there's not a ton, but there are some things out there. Phantom Stranger's probably been around the longest of any of these characters since he was introduced in 1953. So he's been around for a while. Of course, the showcase book is always sought after for people trying to pick up those good showcase books in that first 100 issues of Showcase. And then some of the other fun characters that show up. The Demon shows up quite a bit, especially in the second volume of Justice League Dark. You have his current form. Really, DC will credit his current form to being in Demon Knights, but he was a older Kirby creation. And then you got Frankenstein. Frankenstein shows up here and there and everywhere. I had to throw in the Young Monsters in Love cover because it is by far my favorite Frankenstein cover, because Swamp Thing is making out with his lady and Frankenstein is very pissed. So it's just a good one. That Seven Soldiers series has some good covers too. It's a great Frankenstein cover.
It's a good series. I like that series.
Yeah. And again, some other characters that have shown up, the newer Dr. Fate, Ragman, Amethyst, Man-Bat, all have shown up and been part of Justice League Dark in varying roles, both large and small. Man-Bat showed up in the most recent volume quite a bit. Dr. Fate shows up quite a bit. Ragman and Amethyst here and there. And then you have the most recent run, which was 2019, 18. This is, if you're a Tinian fan, you get some nice early Tinian writing. This volume was written by Tinian. So it has a great, you got Wonder Woman. It's not really a crossover because it doesn't happen in the Wonder Woman title at all. So you basically have Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark, but it's not a crossover book. And Justice League Dark very rarely crosses over. If they do, it's every now and then with another kind of Justice League Dark character book here and there for an issue or two. But there's no major events. There's no major crossovers where them as a team kind of crosses over and does major events with other series. You got some really good Clayton Crane covers through this run of Justice League Dark as well. So if you like kind of those bigger single character pictures, there's a handful of covers to get your Swamp Thing fix or your Detective Chimp fix, or my case is Zatanna fix. The nice thing about this volume is this is right when DC started to do the A cover with a trade dress and then the B cover cardstock with a minimal trade dress. So you get a lot of really good covers with the minimal trade dress. They were only $1 more, so it's not like they're virgin covers. It's not like they're ratios or anything like that. So they're all still very affordable as well. And you had a nice appearance of Animal Man throughout this volume as well. And again, this only ran 29 issues. So it's one of those properties that they haven't driven into the ground with DC. I think there's a lot that they can do with it because they haven't done a lot with it. So they have a lot of room to move around with all these characters and having them teamed up in this way. That series did also have an annual. So you got one annual out of the second volume as well with 2 covers, trade dress and the minimal trade dress. If you're a fan of DC animation, there is a Justice League Dark animated series and the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War as well, which are both pretty good series. I'm a big fan of DC animation. Always enjoy DC animation, and to be able to get these characters animated was a lot of fun to have them all together.
And these are mature watching. These aren't for kids.
No, they're definitely not. Well, most DC animation really isn't for kids. Even though the animation style feels childlike sometimes when you're watching it, it's a weird adjustment to make when you watch DC animation, because you start to watch a lot of these and you're like, oh, this kind of feels kiddish, and then the material and the language comes in and you're like, oh, okay, no, this is
you silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Yeah. But I enjoy that. I enjoy that they make these. They're not making these for children. They're making them for us. And they take the time and put together some good, fun stories. And if you are a toy collector, you can slowly collect some of the characters and put together your own little Justice League Dark if you like. There's Deadman. There are tons of Swamp Things that are out there. There's tons of Zatannas out there, but there is a specific Justice League Dark Zatanna, which is nice. There's a Page Punchers for Constantine, which is nice. Yeah, this was horrible. There is no Detective Chimp action figure.
Yes.
This is like a sculpt that is painted. That's the best you're gonna get with Detective Chimp if you like Detective Chimp.
Like it.
And then I was really surprised. I couldn't find a Madame Xanadu action figure anywhere. All they have is this little minifig.
HeroClix, yeah.
Yeah, that's all they had. And I was for how many action figures they're constantly putting out for DC through McFarlane and everything else, no Madame Xanadu. So, and of course, you can get your Demon.
There you go.
And good old Man Bat. That's probably one of the best Man Bat sculpts that I've seen in a long time.
I mean, the one thing you could say about McFarlane is they take their time and they get those sculpts right.
Yeah, they do. They definitely take their time with it.
They're not rushing it to the store. And
yeah, it's rare that they crap the bed on a figure.
Yeah,
they do every now and then, but it's pretty rare, and they're reasonable. They're always pretty reasonable out of the gate too. They're not wallet busters.
I think the regulars are 20 and the gold labels are like 30.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, but great quality.
But it still sucks. It's too much money, man, for plastic. A piece of plastic.
Really? What?
Star Wars figures are $2 in the rack, man. It should be $2 always, man. I'm sorry about that. This is bullshit. All these toys, that much money.
Are you look behind you? Really?
They don't worry about that. Just worry about the fact of what I'm saying. That's it.
Sometimes, if you want to assemble a team and you're a toy collector, I am not a toy collector. But if you want to put together a Justice League Dark, you want the person who put together the Justice League Dark. You want your Madame Xanadu.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you make a Madame Xanadu and it's limited to 20 pieces.
I don't need 752 spawns, but they make them. You know.
Well, listen,
one Madame Xanadu.
Listen, McFarlane probably will make it down the road. He's making the figure. He's making obscure characters with his other line anyway, so you might get that down the road.
Yeah, he's doing the Boba Fett next week.
And you did, and you had in live action, you actually had a Madame Xanadu, I believe, in the Swamp Thing series. So you actually even had her in live action. But no dice in the toy universe. So with that, Jedi, you're up, buddy.
All right, here we go. We're going to try this out, see how it works. This is a simple down version of what you might recognize being similar to the old Family Feud show. It's not even, I think it's still on. Qualified feud. So I'll get into the rules really quick. I had to put Richard Dawson on this. Probably the greatest. Steve Harvey is great. Steve Harvey actually may be the better.
You're not a Richard Karn fan?
Richard Dawson all the way, but Steve Harvey is really, really good.
Richard
Steve
Dawson
Harvey may even be better.
Got overlooked by HR with his sexual harassment and all those damn kisses of all the women.
Yeah, he would just kiss you right on the mouth. He didn't give a shit.
He didn't give a shit back then.
Yeah, we had him. We had the other guy.
I don't know how many
was it Roy Combs?
The white-haired guy?
No, he was the younger guy who.
To me, it was Richard Dawson, and then I didn't even care anything about it.
Heavyset guy, Lewis.
Yeah, you had Louis Anderson.
Briefly.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
that's funny.
All right, so this show, the way we're going to do this is I need to kind of rearrange some folks here a little bit. Actually, there we go. Hang on, I'm getting there. There we go, a little bit. All right. All right. So,
what happened?
Nothing.
So Dom Tober is going to be the contestant. So actually, everybody's going to be the contestant on here, but Dom is going to start us off. So you're going to be given a Family Feud style question. Okay. Top 5 answers are going to be on the board as selected by 100 people. Hell no, as selected by me. Yeah. And we're gonna move on from there. So first, here we go. Name something. This is for Dom. Name something. Name something Boba Fett might do on his day off. Something Boba Fett might do on his day off. You get 3 strikes. Joe, can you handle the strikes? Dom is going to get 3 strikes. If he doesn't get it, we're going to move to Styx. Brucifer. If none of them gets it, all Joe has to get is 1, and he takes it. All
right, listen. All I know is something he might do on his day off. And listen, after a hard days of bounty hunting and stuff like that, I can relate. Rest. Definitely rest.
So you're saying
Good answer.
Not a good answer. Not a good answer.
Good answer.
Nap in the back to tank. Very good. All right. All right.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no strike. No strike. Sorry.
No strike. No, he got it. Nap in the tank.
Click to the draw.
Rigged.
All right. So, I tell you what. We're gonna Styx. You go ahead. You're next. We'll just go down the line. Styx, you go down the line.
All right.
Name something Boba Fett might do on his day off.
Sit around and count his money that he got from all his bounty.
Let's go.
Sit around.
Good answer, Styx. Good answer. Good answer.
Counting his money. Give him a strike. Nope, that's not an answer.
Nope.
Strike one.
Oh.
All right.
It's
Bruce,
so
first
rigged.
up to
For my
you.
lawyer.
Something Boba Fett might do on his day off.
Ride a Vespa.
Oh, good answer.
Good answer. Good
Ride
answer.
a
Good
Vespa.
answer.
Ride a Vespa.
You get the obligatory
Is
family
it up
good answer.
there? No, it's not. Give him another strike.
What?
Oh.
Boo. Rigged.
All right, Dom, it's back to you. You don't want another strike, or Joe's going to get a chance to steal.
Back to me. I tell you what. Maybe
Where was I nation?
No
no freaking
one knows Boba Fett like Dom. Give us something Boba Fett might do on his day off.
on his day off. Finally get the ass that he wants. You know, got to get a little action going because he's always busy.
What?
You took my answer. I was going to say butt fun.
This is why he's not a bounty hunter. Dom will fail.
Hey, you got to get some ass too, man. It's all about equal opportunity.
Is Boba Fett going to fornicate on his day off? Survey says yes, he's going to polish his helmet. Close enough.
What? Boo.
There you go. Good word. There you go.
It's a little solo action, but he's going to polish his helmet. All right. 2 strikes. Styx. Where'd Styx go? Styx is gone. Styx in. Okay,
There
so
he is.
Styx,
I'm back.
2 strikes. 2 answers left. 3 answers left on the board. 2 strikes. If you get this right, we keep going. If not, Joe gets a chance to steal. Name something Boba Fett might do on his day off.
Let's go with well, you already said polish some. Lounge around in his Mandalorian trunks.
The audience can help you, although I don't know if they're being a lot of help right now.
I can't.
What was your answer, Styx? Did you have an answer?
I said he's gonna lounge around in his Mandalorian trunks.
Lounge around in his
Good answer, good answer, good
Mandalorian
answer.
trunk. Is it up there? No, it's not. 3 strikes. You're done.
Come on.
Rigged.
All right. Joe's Duelin gets a chance to steal. Joe, all you got to do is get one of these to take home absolutely nothing. Name something Boba Fett might do on his day off.
I know if I was Boba Fett and I had a day off, I would go bowling with Dengar.
There you go.
Is it bowling with Dengar?
Oh, I have to pull up 3 strikes again.
All right. Let's see what was up there.
Let's see.
At number 5, what did Boba Fett do on his day off? Wash and wax slave 1.
There
Gotta
you
keep it
go.
looking
Yeah,
shiny.
okay. There you go.
That makes sense.
At number 4, selfies with Dom and the dog.
What?
Hey,
Okay.
there you
What
go.
dog?
Dog's a
Oh,
bounty
somebody's
hunter.
dog.
Good dog.
This is worse than Styx trivia.
And I can't believe no one got this. At number 2,
Drink blue milk?
what would Boba Fett do on his day off? He's going to drink some boba tea.
You know what? I might have said that because he didn't get back to me. So I got 2 of them.
Yes, you're carrying the team. Good job.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I liked it.
I am embarrassed for this show.
I thought that was good. I like that.
Hey, we like to try new things here.
And it went off without a hitch. I can't believe it actually went off without any glitches.
What? No
It's
pickups?
good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh yeah, let's we got a few minutes. Let's do our pickups.
Pickups.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Forgot all about pickups.
We did.
So-
No wonder we're early. We forgot
There
that.
we go.
Go ahead, Brucifer.
I know. We have to get off at 11:30 so the wrestling boys can talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
And men rolling
That's
around
fine.
together.
All right, first up, I picked up Xena the Warrior Princess.
Nice, little Dave Stevens.
Nice,
Still
pretty
that's still
minty
affordable
cover.
Stevens book.
Little minty.
Mm.
Yay! A little DV8, number 1. Another
Nice. Hughes and Stevens.
Hughes and Stevens.
Mm.
Hughes did the reflection, correct?
Yes.
All right. And then I got this from Kyle from SNS. Little Modern Warfare Ghost number 1.
Nice.
There you go.
Robin 25 DCU.
Nice. Was that one you're missing or just
Yes, it was one I'm missing.
You need to grade
Nice.
it now, right?
Looks pretty good.
Probably. I'd probably get like an 8.5, maybe a 9.
Are you looking to
6.
get all 9/8? No, right? You just looking to.
No, I don't care about 9.8s.
Okay.
As long as they're in the high 9s.
Okay.
Guy Gardner Warrior number 26 DCU. One I was missing.
Ooh.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason to buy a Guy Gardner book.
Yes.
How many more you need now?
I'm missing 2 more of Guy Gardner than I have all of Guy Gardner. I'm missing 30 exactly.
Hmm.
Then I got DCU 2-pack.
Oh, nice.
And,
Crack it open.
and the back, it's one that I was missing. February, Wonder Woman
Bowling, baby.
92.
How much was that?
Bowling cover. What?
You get that for a good price?
I got it for half the price it sold for last time.
Which is still a lot of money.
You mentioned
Still a lot of money.
Nice. There you go.
And finally, another DC
more
2-pack.
There you go.
Now, let me tell you, the last time this pack sold, it was like close to $900.
Ooh,
And
damn.
not because of this book, but because of this book. And I
Damn.
did not pay $900 for this. Trust me.
So are you gonna crack those and wind up grading?
Yeah, I'm
those?
gonna press them.
All right.
What?
Junk.
One of the more rare DCU variants. These
Put it
don't
in the
come up for
shredder.
auction
Put it in the
very
shredder.
often. You see this? This I could buy and sell you with this Styx.
Damn, son.
You could buy
Right.
you could buy a 12-foot crocodile with that.
And that is it. I'm done.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Nice.
oh my God.
See?
Elizabeth.
Yeah. I gotta go
hell?
watch some Sanford and Son. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right, let me throw you up there.
I go next. Picked up a couple on the Whatnots.
Ooh.
Picked up a couple Godzilla books this week.
Nice.
Nice. Gojira.
This one I think I already had, but that's okay.
How many triples and quadruples do you have of books?
A lot.
I get that.
A lot. I got this Slabbed Heroes Dark Horse IDW crossover of Transformers and Terminator version.
Oh, nice.
I
It's a
like
good
that.
cover.
Didn't have that one. I picked up this one. I wasn't sure if this. I think this was from the series. Now I don't think it was the Kickstarter, but I picked up a copy of Guma #1.
There you go. So is Micah. Cover.
Yeah, I figured, why not? I'll give it a try. I'll give it a read. And then because of all the hype of the latest movie, I decided to pick up some Ghostbusters.
There you go.
I think I got the right. I think I got
It's
the
the
right
cartoon Ghostbusters.
with the gorilla. With the gorilla.
the original Ghostbusters. So they're based on the original TV show with Larry Stork and those guys. So yeah, those were my pickups this week.
Stuff. Who's up next?
I got one
I
thing.
can go.
Here, I'll throw
Go
it.
ahead, Dom.
I got you. Down. Hold on.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay. I just got
Yeah,
one thing.
got you.
I can love them.
Package. Now listen, everybody says I take a long time opening the packages. It's all opened already. Here you go.
Jeez.
I mean, this is what I got.
It's like there's going to be an eclipse
so?
on Monday.
So I'm actually very happy to get this. You know, Super 7, you know, they have the ultimate like G.I. Joe the line. I got the Zartan.
There you go.
The animated Zartan, which is pretty cool.
I know you love your Zartans.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, so and you know what's funny? They actually canceled the third series, the third line wave. They canceled them. So whoever ordered them got their money back. So I don't know if they're going to make more. And I know that this is probably going to go up because
What was in the third line?
the third line was Scarlet, the Baroness, I
They're
think
idiots.
Doc, and somebody else.
They're idiots. See, you have a Baroness coming.
Yeah, and they canceled the line. I don't know if they canceled it because maybe it didn't get a lot of buyers, but it's just
Preorders,
who knows. But all I know is I'm happy with my Zartan. That's it. I don't need the rest of the lines done for me. I don't care.
Nice.
I would have
So
gotten
if
chuckles.
it's
I
a
guess,
Panther
in
comes
there.
out, who knows? But we'll see what happens.
Jedi.
So I forgot to show these last week, but I got the Vampirella.
Oh, nice. I like the ultraviolet color ones.
Also picked up Souls of Micah, a couple of them.
Ooh,
And that one.
Women's History Month.
But I don't think I've showed this yet, but this is a metal cover, Pocahontas metal cover from Zerdy. I'm
Oh,
Zerdy.
nice.
Oh, I have to poke that, honest. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I disavow.
That's all right. It's after 11 o'clock.
Some more Zerdy. I got some more Zerdy stuff in, signed. Harley.
Nice.
You're picking up more DC than I am.
Let's not go too far.
Hey,
DC Vampire versus Vampire. Zerdy does a lot of DC.
They got nice covers. you
That
know.
DC versus the Vampire series was so good.
so good.
What is this? This one is damn it, I can't remember the name of the title. You guys will know.
Oh, Department of Truth.
Department of
Sure.
Truth.
Department of Truth. Yeah, thank you. Department of Truth. Zerdy.
The uncut steak variant.
Yeah.
Cut steak variant.
This is probably just a. I don't know what this is.
Uncut steak. Shut up.
Zerdy.
I believe that's a Red Sonja.
I think it's Red Sonja. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be an art book. I'm not sure. I'm not going to open it and see. I don't know. And then we have a Infinite Crisis Zerdy.
Nice.
Oh, is that one dirty?
It's a good Wonder Woman.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
My dog was howling outside, so I had to mute myself. And then I didn't know Zerdy did these, but this might be one of my new favorite Zerdy covers. I may have to, when CGC gets their grading, their JSA grading stuff, this one may get submitted. I didn't know Zerdy did a dark red cover, but this is a
Oh,
really
nice.
cool.
That's pretty
That
cool.
is very nice.
Nice.
That is a great cover.
And that's all I got for this week.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
I will run cleanup here.
Save the best for last, huh?
Let's see. So I got a couple things from across the pond. This is Richard Morgan. All these he does everything's hand painted. His covers. This Blam and Glam series I've enjoyed quite a bit. He always packs it full of fun things too, as well. Some prints. He does most of the covers, but He's been having recently Bang Bez, who's one of my also favorite artists, doing covers for that as well. So enjoyed that. I got a little Street Fighter
Yeah,
from Udon.
little foot fetish cover there. I know, Joe.
Maybe.
Got feet. Joe's gonna buy it.
Some more
What did
Udon exclusives.
What did Joe doesn't like Liefeld?
This is Panzer and another nice Red Sonja exclusive there from Udon.
Relax, Jedi. Your blood pressure.
And then I got my stuff from Sozamika, so I got my little authenticity certificate there, but got some signed Sozamika.
Yeehaw!
Some signed Sozamika. And some signed Sozamika.
Nice.
Yeah, I had never ordered from her store directly before, which I'm glad I did, because I guess there was some back and forth about her signed books or whatever, and some assistants doing something. But I don't know much about that. But apparently, if you order from her store, you're fine. So I ordered from her store, so I'm fine. I'm not going to get any of those authenticated or send them in to get graded because I'm too lazy and cheap to do all that shit. So those will just go on the PC. Cool. So that's what I got for this week.
Look at this. It's miscut.
Oh my! All right, I gotta throw you up there so we can all see.
Holy crap!
Wow,
that's bad. How bad that is.
But isn't this them? Is that that's a manufacturer, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still get a good grade.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, they won't blame me for trimming that.
So that's not really miscut.
Thumbs.
They just misaligned it whenever they stapled it. Looks like.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Thank you, brother.
Bastards. Well, it's better than the Superboy 9 that I got.
It's a 101, Brewster. You got a 101.
Yeah.
It's better than the Superboy 7 I got. It was missing 3 pages. Out the book.
It's just the way Bruce likes his comics, uncut or overcut it. Miscut.
That's the same way I like my sausage on my heroes.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Dom? Get your mind out of the gutter.
What the hell? Let's talk about sausage and peppers. What's wrong with you, Dom? Jeez.
If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to Renovision. Please subscribe to Bruce at Kingdom of Nerds _ Don't forget the underscore. Please like the video if you enjoyed it.
Likes help.
Please leave comments on the YouTube comments after the video for anything you'd like to see from Jedi's Not a Comic Sale or a spotlight or whatever the hell. Just throw some comments in there of stuff that you'd like to see, because
suggest a game too. I mean, if you like what we're doing with games and suggest your own game for us to do, come up with
Scrabble.
You can do that.
I would love for us to be able to somehow do a press your luck, but that seems way overly complex.
Or high card. Or with comics.
I'll work on that one.
Ask the chat if they like to see me do a toy, like the new toys and stuff like that.
I'd love to see you do new toys. That give you a chance to work on slides, Dom.
Yeah, Dom. Yeah, Dom, you can work on slides.
There you go. I'll work on some slides. There you go.
Mouth, insert foot.
Jesus. You're gonna eat those words, everybody.
I would love to see some toys. I'd be happy, because it's not my wheelhouse. Toys are not my wheelhouse. They're your wheelhouse, so I would be happy to see some toys. So, let's see.
Did we make it in time for wrestling? Oh my god!
Yeah, tonight I guess apparently there is a impromptu Renovision stream where they're going to talk wrestling.
Wrestling predictions is way I understand it. They're going to predict WrestleMania
for
inside the square circle. There you go, baby.
For the Sweaty Boy soap opera on
I
Saturday.
think you'll get more Domtober if that's what you're itching for.
Yes.
Yep.
Outside of that, tomorrow. You can tune
Yes,
in.
I'm going to be there making fun of Dom.
SNS on Saturdays.
I will be on SNS on Saturday.
You
Look
will
at
be?
that.
I will
Really?
be.
Really?
The triumphant return of Brucifer to
Wait,
SNS
wait,
on a Saturday.
Wait, we get earthquakes in New York, and now we got Brucifer back on SNS. What the hell?
I was invited back for a guest
going
appearance.
All right.
Mad, mad world we live in. Sunday, the Dark Side Boys are on. Bruce, you doing a show
I will be
Sunday or not?
hosting
Have you
Jeopardy
decided?
on tomorrow night.
Yeah, are you doing the questions or are you just hosting it?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Yeah.
Are you our new Lopez?
Until he gets fired. You're fired.
it.
Just keep talking. You'll be fine.
Bruce, you
Keep
doing a show
talking.
Sunday?
I haven't decided yet because of WrestleMania. If I do, it'd probably be like 7 p.m.
So there you go.
You know, this way we can look at some FOC. If I do a show and the Flaming Hot covers of the week.
There you go. Also, Sunday night, follow the boys, watch the Dark Side show for everything Star Wars. Monday, Bruce, Monday show?
Yes, we're gonna do a Monday show.
There
Screw
you
it. I know it's Raw, the Raw after
Monday after
WrestleMania. I know,
WrestleMania,
but
it's always a great show. So
Dom, you better be there because you can watch it on the rewind after the show.
I'm gonna watch it as I do the show. How
If
about
we're
that?
all still here after the eclipse.
Yeah, after the solar eclipse.
The eclipse.
It's already the eclipse. We're gonna go into another dimension. Don't worry about it.
It's funny. I had doctor's
If
appointments.
the
on
Anunnaki
Monday.
don't all take us away to wherever.
I had doctor's appointments on Monday. They all canceled. I'm like, you bastards.
I had 2 doctor's appointments today. Guess what I did? Didn't go to both of them because I was too lazy to go back uptown where I work every goddamn day. I need a rest day. End of story.
There you go.
Need to be able to stay home and polish your helmet.
That's it.
God.
Wednesday, don't forget to watch the boys on TAC. Always entertaining. And Friday, watch the CBSI Hot 10 and roll right back into the show. So hope you all had a great time. If you're into wrestling, go harass Pete and Dubs and Dom and Bruce and
Styx.
all people that know something about wrestling. I'm sure that'll be some heated conversations about pre-scripted wrestling
That'd be great.
matches.
See, Bruce loves it. Sweaty men hitting each other. All over the people.
What?
Meat hitting each other. That's
Talking
Bruce
about
loves.
me.
There you go.
You always got me on your mind. Jeez, Dom.
Why you gotta
What is
bring
your
up
wife
Sweaty
gonna
Man
think?
meat?
Come on.
Doesn't think anything.
As always, thank you very much for hanging around. We appreciate it. Join us again next week for whatever the hell we have planned for next week, which I don't know yet, but I'm sure it'll be a fun time no matter. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.